Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Darren Goodman from GuitarControl.com bringing you this video lesson today. Today I want to show you the major shapes for triads on all strings and in root, first, and second inversions. So be sure to click on the link in the description for the tabs, and let's get close up and take a look at these. All right, so the first thing is that when you're doing a major triad, it is the first, third, and fifth notes of the major scale. So if we look at the first ones I'm going to show you are in the key of C major. So if we look at the C major scale, our first note is a C, our third note is an E, and our fifth note is a G. So we have the note C, E, G, G. And when we are playing in root position, that is how we're going to hear the notes from lowest to highest, as we'll hear the root will be the lowest note, the third will be the middle note, and the fifth will be the highest note. And these are movable shapes. It doesn't matter what key you're in, the shapes are always going to be the same. So first one we'll look at here is C major on the first three strings. So I go to the fifth fret of the third string with my third finger, which is a C. Then I go to the fifth fret of the second string with my fourth finger, which is an E. And then the third fret of the first string with my first finger, which is a G. So like I said, it's a movable shape. So if I moved it up a whole step, now it's D major. You can move the shape around anywhere you want. All right, so we have in root position. Now for the first inversion, what we're going to do is it's the same three notes, but now you move the one all the way to the top. So now the third is the lowest note, the fifth is the middle note, and the root, or the one, is the highest note. So here's root, and then we move up two entire whole steps. So the lowest note is on the fifth fret of the third string, and now we move up one step, two steps to the ninth fret, and now we're playing that with our second finger, and then our first finger is going to bar across the second string and first string at the 8th fret. So we're playing the same three notes, it's just that now the lower note is E, your third, instead of C. So it's the same notes, but it kind of tricks your ear into thinking that it's hearing something different because the lowest pitched note is a different note. And now again from there, we move up a step and a half this time. So that puts us on the 12th fret. And this is the second inversion. So in the second inversion, we move the root and the third up to the top, making the fifth the lowest, the root the middle note, and the third the highest. So I'm on the 12th fret of the third string with my first finger, the 13th fret of the second string with my third finger, and the 12th fret of the first string with my third finger. Now, if you notice, that just looks like a D major chord. So that kind of makes it easy to remember. So root position, first inversion, second inversion. Now the little thing I was playing at the beginning of it, if you play those like that, it sounds like, that ukulele thing they play, when you get off the airplane in Hawaii, So it's kind of cool. All right, so now moving on, looking at the shapes on the next set of three, which will be strings 2, 3, and 4. This time we're going to be in the key of G. So we'll look at the G major scale. 1 is G, 3 is B, and 5 is D. So I go, that's right. All right, so now I go to the fourth string, 5th fret with my third finger, which is G. That's our root. And go to the 4th fret of the third string with my second finger. That is my third, which is B. And my first finger goes to the 3rd fret of the second string, D, my fifth. So again, that is root position. So the lowest note, so we're going in the order from lowest to highest in pitch is 1, 3, 5. Whoops. Now we're going to go to the first inversion. So just like before, we're going to go up 2 whole steps. 1, 2. So that puts us on the 9th fret of the 4th string with our 3rd finger. Now we're going to go to the so this now is our 3rd, and then we're going to go to the 7th fret of the 3rd string with your 1st finger, and that is your 5th, and then to the 10th fret, or excuse me, the 8th fret of the 2nd string with the 2nd finger, which is our root. So, all right, now we're going to do the second inversion. So again, we move up 1.5 steps. And we've got now our lowest note will be the 5th. Our second note will be the root, and our highest note will be the 3rd. So this one, you just simply bar across the 12th fret of the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. So right now, moving on to the 5th, 4th, and 3rd string. This time we're going to do it in the key of D. So let's look and see what our notes are we need there. So we got D is our 1, F sharp is our 3rd, and A is our 5th. So in root position, we've got D on the 5th fret of the 5th string with our 4th finger, F sharp, which is our 3rd, on the 4th fret of the 4th string, and then A is our 5th on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Now we're going to go from there to our first inversion. So again, we're going to move up 1, 2 whole steps. And so now that gives us our 3rd first, which is F sharp. And then we go to the 7th fret of the 4th string with your 1st finger, which is your A, so that's your 5th. And then we just need D, so we're going to do that just by barring our 1st finger across the 3rd string as well, 7th fret, which gives us our D. So root position, first inversion. And then for our second inversion, we move 1 and 3 up to the top, making 5 the lowest. So our 5th is A, our root is D, and our 3rd is F sharp. So this one looks like an E major chord shape. So we're on the 12th fret of the 5th string with our 2nd finger, 12th fret of the 4th string with your 3rd finger, and the 11th fret of the 3rd string with your 1st finger. And that is the second inversion. Now for strings 6, 5, and 4, the shapes are the same as they are on 5, 4, and 3. So here would be in the key of A. So, 5th fret of the 6th string is an A, so same major shape for the inversion, same major shape for the next inversion. All right, so I hope that you found that helpful. Memorizing these triad shapes on all of the strings, and again, no matter what key you're in, they always, they're the same shapes, is a really important thing to do, because there's lots of really cool things you can do with these. You can use them to play like, a broken chord, smaller chord. If you're playing with somebody, and they're playing, playing a G like this, you could play that same one along with them, where you could play the triad just to kind of break it up, give it a different sound. You know, you can use it in stuff with lead guitar playing too, you know, if you're like an arpeggio. Lots of neat stuff you can do with these. So if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment down below. And until next time.